So you're thinking of Moreno Valley and you're thinking new construction. Today we'll be taking a look at two new construction homes here in Moreno Valley. We are going to be looking at the community of Palmetto in Moreno Valley, which have 7 different layouts, and they are selling fast. So if this is something that you're interested in, you definitely want to take a look. And you'll notice that they're working on a lot of homes, again, working really quickly. And right behind me as well, you'll see plots that are already sold, so even before being built, they are sold out. So something to consider if you're thinking new construction, if you're thinking new Moreno Valley. So the great thing is there's a lot of personalizations. The homes in this community are 1-story homes, so single-story homes. So a great option if that's what you're looking for. You do see the homes built on that side. A lot of families are sold and moved in, so we do have some move-in ready available, some where you can still personalize. These homes do come with solar power, so you'll be saving on your energy bills, your utility bills, and a great thing to consider. So you'll notice the mountains in the backyard, the mountains in the background, sometimes in your backyard depending on where your lot is, and the different things available to you. So a great option here in Moreno Valley. And if you're looking at the Inland Empire, Moreno Valley is one of the hottest, if not the hottest city to move to if you're looking to move to the Inland Empire. So again, a great space, something great to look at. You have solar panel, you have a safe community with HOA. It's on the east end of Moreno Valley and it's selling fast. So again, something that you're interested in, make sure to book a consultation and we'll get started on that process so that we can ensure you get your new construction home the way you want it and the timing that's perfect for you. So let's go ahead and take a look. And though this has 7 different plans, a lot of them are selling out. We'll be taking a look at 2 today and let's dive in. So go ahead, after you. Come on in. So let's take a tour of this home. So we are in Palmetto in Moreno Valley. So we're visiting a KB home today. So we're looking at a really wide, nice entranceway into the home as you walk in. And we have some closet space here. So for a cloak closet you can use very easily, located right here. And again, it's nice because for KB, they like to do things big and wide, and it just gives you so much to work with. And as you turn around and look at what's right in front of you in front of the entrance is the living room. So you have a nice space and it is open concept. So you have the living room on this side, and for this model specifically, you have the kitchen on this side. So you can see the wide area, you have the dining area right in between, leading to the back door. We are in a 1,765 square foot home. So this is one of the 7 plans here at Palmetto in Moreno Valley. So Palmetto is selling super fast. So if it is something that you're interested in looking into, you definitely want to call sooner or later, and call me sooner or later. So we'll get you into a new construction home and go through all that process to make it smooth and easy. So just a reminder on that. So we're seeing one of the 7 plans. Some of the plans are almost sold out or all sold out. So I'll give you the details at the end of the video. So as I was mentioning, you have a big size living room here, connected to the dining room and the kitchen. So it gives you a nice open space where you can view it all, be connected while also still having that separation as well. So it does give you that wide feel, the high ceilings as well included in this layout. So you'll see around here the countertops, and you do have the large one sink, so farmhouse style sink, again contemporary with its finishing. So the finishings we see here are the white cabinets with the black finishings, as well as you can see the backsplash tile, significant. So again, if it's something that you're considering, and if you want to make your new construction home more of what you want, you always want to buy early. So you see, as you come around back this way, you also have storage space underneath the sink. So if you come around this way to look under the sink as well, equipped with storage space. And again, convenient for you with a dishwasher on the side right by the sink. So it could be a great breakfast area like we have designed here. It could look different. And this room is not short of windows, so we have a window right here, the sliding door, along with a large window with the views of Moreno Valley. And as with a lot of this area of the Inland Empire, when we talk about Riverside, Moreno Valley, we have a lot of the mountains as part of the view, so it's really nice. So we'll be taking a look outside in just a minute here. All right. So the great thing about KB homes in this area, especially in Inland Empire, because they have Lake Elsinore, excuse me, Paris, kind of fuse that together. Lake Elsinore and Paris and some of the other plants here, they do come with large backyards, which is one of my favorite assets of the KB homes. And these plots are typically all one story. These houses are one story. So you can see a wide area for a backyard. So if it's something that's important to you, there is this space here, again, in Palmetto in Moreno Valley. So you have this space where you can have, you can use for outdoor seating. You have a space where you can have more lounge seating right behind us. And then you have, which we'll take a look at in a minute here, and then you have all the space to use to your pleasing. So it's really a great use and a really good sized backyard, especially if you're thinking kids, barbecues, get-togethers. It's a great use of this space. And then you see behind us, or in front of us, however you're looking, the mountains and the views that's available. So this community is going to be primarily KB community. It is nestled on the east end of Moreno Valley. So again, a great location and central to so many connections and so many areas of Southern California. So a great place to look if you're looking for the Inland Empire. Let's take a look back inside. All right. So we'll start at this end. And you have the bedroom here. And you'll notice again, the windows, they open from bottom to top, and you have 3 in this room, so you do get a lot of good light. You do have a lot of room for a lot of different furniture. So it is quite spacious for being, one room. And again, you have the continuous high ceilings. And as you enter its own separate bathroom, you have the shower space separate on this side. Of course, you have the Jack and Jill sinks on this side. And it's for this specific model, we do have the chrome finish on the sinks and the chrome finish on the stainless steel as well. And as you go on this side, you do see your towel closet, storage room right in the bedroom, which gives you again more to work with, as well as your mini walk-in closet right in here. And as you come in, there's actually space behind this door. So if you want to come in, and you see there's also a little space back here to use for the closet as well. So it is, I would consider this more of a mini walk-in closet, but you do have a significant amount of space for it to be mini. So you have significant storage space and a lot of room to hang, but also this corner here. So maybe some of you are already imagining, all right, my husband can have that corner and I can have this corner, or vice versa. But I mean, that'll be after you move in. So we'll get to that part when we get to that part. All right, so let's take a look. And then of course you have the bathroom separate as well. And it's nice because as you have that separate, you really don't need, it just creates more of that sense of privacy, which I like about these new construction homes. They definitely make that a priority. All right, let's go ahead and keep looking. Here on this end of the hallway, you do have your laundry room. So again, for a first-story home, it's right here and then right into the garage. So that would lead into your garage. It's great to have the connections here and great to just have it so available, and it just creates this convenience. Of course, through here, you also have attic access, so you can look up at the ceiling, and it just creates an easy way for home maintenance as well, an easy way for you to know what's going on and make sure that you're on top of that. All right, so let's follow along this way. So on this end of the house, so we see that master or the main bedroom is separate. So you do have a bonus room. So KB does like to call this a flex room. So you can use this as a second den. You can use this as another bedroom. So you can turn this into a 4-bed instead of a 3-bed and use this room to your pleasing. It can be an office, a niche, a hangout spot, however you want to imagine it. And what I like about this room too is if you zoom out a little bit, you'll notice that this den actually comes in with double doors. So it does give you different style of just that opening, so the house has a little more character. So very interesting to think through, whether it's looking at this home or homes that you're designing yourself or homes that you're looking for, or renovations that you want to do, something to keep in mind. So in this hallway we do have another closet space, so another linen closet on this end of the house. And I do like the fact that the bedrooms are divided, so if you're thinking more privacy, or you're thinking of having just that ease of space, it creates that nice separation as well. You have the bathroom here. It is a full bath, so we'll come on in. So you have plenty of space, and you do have a tub and shower right here. It really does create this comfortable space where you don't feel like the walls are, kind of caving in. All right, let's take a look at the other 2 bedrooms down here. So you do have this nice space here, of course, with its standard closet. So this room does have 1 window. So again, a good use of its space in here as well, and a good sized closet as well. So you see that ready for you. And right next to it is a the third official bedroom, where you have, again, same layout, 1 window on that side, and you have the same kind of closet space located right here, ready for you, more than sufficient. So yeah, as you look at this house, the 3 or 4 bedrooms with the flex, it creates a good opportunity. And this is one of the 7 plans that they have here at Palmetto and Moreno Valley. We're going to look at one more plan for today, and let's head there and talk about comparing the 2 and all the others as well, and look at your options. Let's go. Okay, so here we are at the second model home at the KB Homes in Palmetto in Moreno Valley. So we're going to be taking a look at this home that is 2,388 square feet, so just over 600 square feet larger than the previous home. You can see behind me the 2-car garage, and of course, depending on when you purchase, and these are selling fast, but when you purchase, you get to design and have the specific details that you want. So if this is something you're interested in, again, you'll hear me emphasize this a couple times in this video, something you want to work with fast. So let's get you started on this so we can be exactly what you're hoping for and make it equal to your dreams or even more. But let's take a look inside this home and see what you think. So we're going to take a look here. So right from the outside, you can see the Spanish style entrance located in. You see the arch right on top, and we're going to go into the home and we'll see the entryway. So this is going to be a little different, and I'll point out the differences between the last home and this home as well, so you can get a feel. And then we'll talk about the other plans that we don't have model homes for, but that are selling fast, just to take a look at some of the options. So let's take a look at this single story home and watch your step. Okay, so again, similar to the other home, as you enter, you notice a really wide entryway. You do have 2 closet spaces here that you can use for a coat as well. So as a larger home that can be either 4-bedroom or 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom, we'll take a look at the customizations, but even having the double amount of space right in here with a coat closet and a linen closet makes a huge difference. So the spaces are wide, but the spaces are being used, so you don't have a lot of empty space. So we'll see in the beginning of the home, right at the entrance, you do have 2 bedrooms located in on this section of the house. So the first bedroom is a really good size. So as you see when you enter, you do have a little bit of a smaller closet, but you do have a large window that does complement it with giving it a lot of light. You have a good amount of space, so you see this space is being used with a bunk bed, which gives you that feel. Having the high ceilings really makes it easy to do this. And of course, my height makes the ceiling look a little taller, but they are really great to create that sense of air and space. So we'll be taking a look at the other bedroom before we take a look at the bathroom on this end. So a lot of the same with this room. with the use of this space as well. So this room, the square footage is slightly smaller. So we have a couple square feet just smaller than the previous room. You do have a little bit of a smaller window, and you do have the closet space here. So the closet is also a tiny bit smaller. So if you want to step inside this way, you do have a closet that is deep and does go that way. So it does give it a different sense. So you would have to enter to access the full closet, but it does still use that space. So remember, you have a 4, potentially 5 bedroom house. So using the different kind of corners and weaves of the house makes it more doable and makes it more usable. So you do have the full bath on this end here. So you do have, again, the use of the double sink, so you have the Jack and Jill sinks, as well as a bath shower as well, located here, right at the beginning of the house. So this would be a great both guest bathroom and also perfect for the 2 bedrooms on this end of the house. So as we continue down the corridor this way, we do see, again, continuing the really wide hallways. On this end, we have the 3rd bedroom. So of course, this could be one of the optional rooms. This could be a second den. This could be a second office. This could be a library, depending on how you want to use it. But it's certainly able and feasible to make it another bedroom. You do have, again, those large windows with the grids. So beautiful opportunity for light to come in, and use of the outdoor space, which we'll take a look at as well. And you have a good sized closet here as well. So a little more standard than the other one, but again, a good sized closet. Let's take a look at the other end. All right, so now we enter into the living room. So you see a wide space, so you pretty much immediately, it does feel larger than the other living room because it is. And you notice that the layout is the living room on this end with the dining room on this side. And you do have the beautiful 2 windows kind of dividing the living room space on that end, as well as having a large window right by the dining room on this end, right before the sliding door to the backyard. And of course, the touch of the orchids, my favorite flower, so it just gives it that sweet touch. As you go into the kitchen, you see, similar with the colors, you have the white countertops, but you do have the darker cabinets with the stainless steel. So again, different options for that. You see the backsplash is a little different, where you had more color with the other house. This one is more similar to bone or off-white. So it does give you, again, that white really opens up the space. With the dark cabinets, it does give a good contrast, and you have a lot more cabinet space up top, all the way up to the ceiling, all over the bottom, including right here on this breakfast area. So it's great to have this island, and you can just have so many uses for this. So you have drawers all along this side, as well as cabinet space that you can use all along this side as well, and using the space as an island to prep food, to cook, to make it a breakfast area, to make it kind of a bar, however you wish. You can also use that end of the kitchen as kind of a coffee bar, tea bar, or whatever you please as well. So it's a great use of space. And coming back to the sink, I love that there's a window right by the sink, because that just makes that time easier, and a lot of people do look for this. So it's great that you can have a sink while you're washing dishes, while you're here working. And it is, again, a wider, so this sink is even wider than the previous sink, so it's more wide than the standard farmhouse sink. So if that's something you're looking for, again, something to consider. But again, a great opportunity. So you do also have equipped with the outlets. And one thing I didn't mention in the other home is KB homes are made to be energy efficient. So typically you see, if a house of this size is going to be, for example, about $400 a month, your utilities would be about 30% of that. So a little over 100, sometimes even less. But of course, you want to do kind of your own research on your usage and what you're going to do, because these homes do come with solar, so that helps significantly. And we'll get into the details on that as well. But let's take a look at the pantry, because that's an important part of the kitchen, and move on to the other side. So here you have great pantry space. So it is wide enough for you to enter and make a use of this as well. So definitely important for storage, important for your dry goods, important for making use of this. So again, you have that with this house. So before we take a look at the other side of the house, so we looked at one side, we're gonna take a look at the backyard and enter and see the final bedroom before we see the master bedroom as well. So we still have 2 bedrooms to take a look at, including the master. All right, so let's take a look. Oh, after you, go ahead. All right, so you do notice here the backyard again, you have this nice space. They do utilize a lot of turf and have these options for the customizations for the use of these homes. So that is something to be interested in. So different new construction home plans, so different builders have these differently. So depending on the HOA, depending on their limitations, that just looks a little different. So you see again this white space, you can use it for barbecue, you can create a patio space, plenty of room to run around, plenty of room to make the changes you need. And of course you have the view of the mountains nestled right. So you're nestled right in the mountains without having to be in the mountains or having that premium. So that is definitely nice. So yeah, great use of the space, great outdoor usage, and you even have space along this side of the home as well to use, and along the other side of the home as well. So you can use both of these for planting, for trees, especially trying to create shade opportunities, privacy. It gives you a lot of options to do. So let's head back inside, and then we'll be taking a look at the breakdown after we finish seeing this house. And again, with 2,388 square feet, it gives you a lot to work with, and they make good use of the space without making it feel cramped and without making it feel overused. So I love that. All right, so let's head out this way. So on this side of the house, you do have the main bedroom, the master bedroom. So it is quite large, and I love the fact that they have 2 windows facing on this side as well. The light does come in, but with its placement, depending on your land, it doesn't get as much sun, so it's a great way to maintain its cool. So it doesn't get as hot when it's facing this way. So depending on the plan and depending on where the lot is located, that's going to make a difference. So something to consider as well as you're buying, as you're purchasing, and as you're looking at these things. So hopefully those are things that were already on your list, but if not, you're welcome. All right, so with the bathroom space, so you'll notice again, wide. You do have a separate bath here, again, above with its window, so it gives you that great sense of space, light, natural, all of that, as well as a separate shower space. So I like this layout as well, because as you can imagine, there are some advantages. Of course, you have the double sinks with even more storage space with the drawers and the vanities available under as well. So to continue here, you do have the single bathroom here, isolated by itself. Again, privacy, and of course you do have your linen closet space equipped right here in the bathroom. And one other thing that I want to point out with this bathroom is the outlets that it does have. So with KB, there are a lot of smart homes, so you can see the outlet on the side, so it does make it easy for using appliances in terms of your hair, your makeup, cosmetics. It's right there and easy to access, so you don't have to worry about the backsplash, it interfering, or anything like that. So again, great use and some details to look out for. And of course, one of the most important parts of any bedroom, the walk-in closet or the closet. So this closet is the largest closet of the 2 homes we're looking at. So you do see a lot of space for hanging, a lot of ways to kind of personalize this and make it your own and use details that you'd like. And again, a lot of space just with the high ceilings and what you're looking for. So one of the things that I didn't point out was the recessed lighting. So it does come with recessed lighting. And one thing we didn't see was the ceiling fans, which in this area and in Palmetto, it's not something that gets used often in the builders, but we'll be taking a look at other plans or other communities that do use it. So keep an eye out on that. And then let's take a look at the final bedroom, and we're actually circling back to the beginning of the house to take a look at that bedroom. And in this layout, in this model, they've used that as a gym. So again, just to give you an idea of how you can use that, and that'll be back at the beginning. So on this end of the house, so again, you have the bedrooms on that way. And so here they've used this again as a gym. It does have closet space, so this could easily be a bedroom. This could easily be used as however you'd like this to be. You do have this large window that does face your side yard. So again, ways you can use that. Again, really ensuring that there's privacy, but you do see that here as well. So with this type of lighting, you do have the option to use a lot of floor lamps or lamps in general to really give it that cozy feel. So it's something to, again, to pay attention to. And last but not least, let's take a look at the laundry room located right here as well. And the interesting thing about this laundry room, like you've heard me mention, is having the laundry sink. So for some people, the laundry sink is a must-have or something that they look for, or something they look to add. So if that's what you're looking for, make sure that you're looking and keeping that in your must-haves, if that's certainly a must-have. If that's something that you want, again, some plans have this, some plans don't, so something to think about. So again, you have plenty of storage space up top, plenty of storage space on that side as well, right above. The washer and dryer, and of course, access to your electricity, your breakers, and all of that for your home. So that was the second home that we looked at today, and the last home we take a look at today before we take a look at our conclusion. So let's take a look and let's take a seat and talk about the breakdown and the differences between the two homes. Follow me. Okay, so we took a look at two homes in Palmetto in Moreno Valley. So we'll be taking a look at the breakdown, and remember, these homes do come with a cost of solar per month, so that will depend on the home, depending on the number of panels and all of that, so something to consider. So with the plans, we took a look at a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage, of course with the optional bedroom, the fourth, to create a 4th bedroom, and that was at 1,765 square feet, priced at $567,990 or $566,990 as the starting price, of course, with the additional cost of solar, which you can pay monthly or pay off. The other home we did see is this home which we're at now at 2,388 square feet with a 1-story, 4 to 5, so 5-bedroom with 2-bath and 2-car garage. And again, this house is the one that has been selling out the most, so we do have some options available, and the starting price of $622,990, so just about $623,000, and of course with the additional price of solar. So you do have, like I mentioned, 7 different plans available here, but as these are selling out quite fast, something to consider to move on quickly. And the schools in this area are Cloverdale Elementary, you have Paul Middle School, and Valley View High, for those who are thinking about schools in this area, which of course is an important part to consider. In Palmetto, there will be about 104 homes. Again, they are selling fast. The HOA is approximately $129 per month, and at build out, it would be about $107 per month. So HOA is responsible for any slopes and perimeter landscape, and of course you'll get more details on this. The property taxes are about 1.99% of the sales price, and it's just a great thing to look at. So if this is something that you are interested in and getting your personalized home, I would definitely suggest taking a look, giving me a call so we can make your move easy and make it tailored to you, make it personalized to you. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, whether you're looking to buy new construction or something that's already made, or something that you're willing to give a lot of love and make it your own, give me a call, sign up below, schedule a consultation, and we'll make sure that your real estate journey is an easy, smooth, and practically impeccable journey. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.